Hello everyone, welcome to the reading. This reading will be about Beyonce and Jay-Z. Now it's after the Met Gala, right? There's a few controversies with this family. So we're going to be seeing what's up with the family, you know? They say that Blue Ivy embarrassed the dad. We might be looking into that, I guess. I don't know. But let me just see what's going on with the energies before I start asking specific questions. So what's going on with this family? What's the energy around this family? What can the energy show us? Okay, we have a businesswoman here. But conflict. What else? Someone's not happy, someone's not content, and it could be about this King of Cups. Okay, the energy is telling me it's true. So then, guys, let's get straight to it. So what's going on with this businesswoman? What can be shown to us? What's going on with this businesswoman? Seeing a lady here of business. Triumph. She feels like what she set out to do, right? Her little endeavor was a triumph. The Six of Wands. Guys, this is really deep. You know how people are saying like it's all this controversy with Blue Ivy and whatever? I'm getting a vibe that she's very happy and content. She achieved what she set out to do. So this is beautiful. And let me just say that I actually seen it. I know I'm kind of lame, right? In like real time. And let me just say that it was an emotional thing. You know, when you see a mother trying to sort of just like exalt her daughter, you know, her kid, whatever, it could have been a boy or a girl, but obviously it was a girl. So, I don't know, it's just a beautiful thing to see. Because it was almost like passing the torch in a way. Because this is like, you know, you usually don't see stuff like that at the Met Gala. And this is like one of the first ones I ever seen, like live. And then when I seen it in Blue Ivy, you know, I was just like, wow, this is actually interesting. Then you see like how Beyonce kind of like aged. So it was just a very deep, impactful thing. You know, passing the torch to the new generation and all that. So she feels like it was a success is what I'm seeing here. It was all a business operation. And it was a triumph. What is this fights and arguments about, though? This deck again? All right. So what were the fights and arguments about? Restriction, the King of Wands. Okay, guys. You see how when I do these readings for you, the energies come out? Okay, so the husband, he wasn't feeling too good. He was embarrassed. So this basically put out what we needed to see. He was embarrassed. He didn't like what happened. There was a fight. You know, they said that he was trying to tell his daughter to take off the sunglasses and she didn't want to listen. And people are trying to spin the story and say that, no, that's not what happened, that he was telling her pick it up or something, or like, I guess, adjust it. And some people were just like, no, that's not what happened, especially when you see the video. So yeah, can we get any further insight? At the same time, this was almost like a blow to his ego, a weakness. See how he's like laying out here? It made him look almost like a fool. It was embarrassing. And the sun representing ego. This was a blow to his ego. It didn't make him feel good. That's why it caused fights and stuff. So what I'm seeing here is that most definitely, you know, when they got home or whatever, there were some tensions. I'm going to be getting into the Rihanna and A$AP Rocky reading, but I'm getting into this one first. But I'm definitely seeing that there was a fight. So, okay. That sucks. So, it is what it is. I don't know which one came first. I think it was like that and like that. More insights to do with this Four of Cups representing like not being content. So what's going on with this not being content? What else can we see? And let me just say, I understand that it's telling me pull these two, so I don't know what's going on with that. We're going to see. Let me just say, though, I know that, like, people don't necessarily like Beyonce these days. There's all sorts of, like, controversies and stuff with her and their affiliations. My opinion with it is that I don't know what to make of it. I don't really care about that. I don't care about, like, what Jay-Z did or, like, you know, like the past and all that, or who he was affiliated with. I don't know any crimes, I guess, that he's done. You know, no one's not really pointing out a crime. It's almost just like a hate mob after this family. If that's the case, then if everyone doesn't like Beyonce and Jay-Z because they had affiliations with Diddy, then I guess then people aren't going to like Anna Wintour, right? Because she invited Diddy to John Galliano's fashion show in, like, 1999, I believe. And all the many people that Diddy hung out with, you know, it's kind of funny that it's just like this huge hate campaign. And I wanted to say that I respect Beyonce because of what she does, her skill. We have to give that woman credit. She sacrificed so much, and she really devoted herself to her craft. From the dancing, you know, we don't know the impact that sort of movements had on her ankle, her back, and all sorts of stuff that she might be feeling today. So, I mean, until anything serious come out, I'm going to give this lady grace. Like, I don't care about Jay-Z because he seems like he's abandoning his kids with, like, other women, or there's some stuff going on with that, but whatever. But with Beyonce, I don't know, guys. She's a true entertainer. She can sing, she can dance, she's beautiful. We have to give that lady some grace, I think. What's going on, though, with this not being content? Sideways card representing something not right, something shady. Okay, the world has their opinions. It is what it is. The world is the world, like the people. You know, the world isn't just Saturn. The world isn't just traveling. The world represents the people. The people are judging. The people are cruel. You know, people like to jump on hate campaigns. What's going on with these two face-down cards? At the same time, though, the Six of Pentacles, give and take. You know, what do these people truly deserve? Is Beyonce a great artist? I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know, of our era. We don't have Michael Jackson anymore. We don't have Prince. We don't have a lot of people. I mean, it is what it is. Taylor Swift ain't really doing anything except being, like, stiff, like a cardboard, well, like a hunchback. I mean, it is what, I know people like her and people probably hate that I'm, like, you know, like, this is how I am, guys. I talk a little bit of shit. It is what it is. I talk shit about everyone, so don't feel like I'm just singling out a person. But we got to give credit where credit is due. You know, like, I feel like, you know, that's what the Six of Pentacles is all about. It's give and take. What's going on with this give and take? Are the people being too harsh? Is it something there? Let's see. The Five of Swords. There are secrets, though. You know, what did Jay-Z really know? Do I want to ask that? Yeah, I'll ask that now before I get to the next slide. What did this Jay-Z know? Because I'm seeing that there's lies and secrets with the Five of Swords. So, what's going on? All right, sideways card representing something shady. A death. There are secrets, guys. Major secrets. And it's sad because it landed on these two slots. So what I'm seeing here is that Beyonce feels like there's a triumph, but there's a sort of ending. Because death doesn't mean always a physical death. Death is, it can represent just a bad omen, negative energy, or ending. Or a physical death too sometimes. What I'm seeing, though, is that there's a bad omen that's simmering. That's sort of affecting these plans Beyonce has made. She feels like there's a triumph, but it is what it is. The world is giving them negativity. Not just that, the death is here. And it's funny that this was Beyonce's slot, basically, and Jay-Z's slot. And what I'm seeing here is that there's a negative omen simmering. Is there anything else before I move on? Simmering over them. A negative omen. Is there anything else we need to see? Because I wasn't really going to get into this. Yeah, there's things hidden, guys. Things hidden. These people want to keep certain things secret. Not just that, it does bother them. It keeps them up at night where they can't sleep. It's telling me it's telling me it's true, and it also telling me it's a stack of cards. Because it is what it is. If the powers that be want to sort of pull the rug from under these people, they can do it instantly. They can put out all sorts of stories. We know once media puts out particular stories, it doesn't matter if it's true, if it's false, if they want to focus more on these parties and say they could come up with something crazy like, guess what? Beyonce was like drinking blood, or Beyonce likes to like hook up with like such and such, or this sort of like creature or being or whatever, whatever the case. I ain't even trying to put that sort of negativity out there, honestly. But it's kind of just like if they put that out there, people are going to believe it. They're going to rush into it. So it's easy to destroy people. That's why I feel like people need to show some more grace. We're leaving an era where it's about proof, where it's like, okay, show the proof, show the whatever. Now it's like, okay, you can say anything about people and sort of just like things come out. At the same time, are there secrets here? Most definitely, because they wouldn't be worrying too if there weren't any secrets. And this is a lot of secrets. A lot of secrets. The page, the Knight of Swords, can actually relate to secrets as well, right? Spoken secrets. So it's just like people talking behind the scenes. There's a lot going on. Was there some shady stuff going on? Most definitely. But let's not single people out, right? If that's the case, then we need to call every celebrity out. Every last one of them. That was going to Harvey Weinstein parties, that was like chilling with Harvey Weinstein, all that. We need to call every single body out. But people don't want to do that. They just want to see a fall. And it's interesting, too, that I'm going to just keep that to myself. But I'm going to just say it's interesting, though, that people just want to see a fall. But is there things going on here? Most definitely. Some major things going on. I'm going to say that. It's major things going on. But my thing is, let's be fair. Let's not just, call these people out. Or single them out, I should say. What's going on with Jay-Z, this King of Cups? What's going on with his ass? Just tell him he's trying to clean his dirty laundry, his dirty body. Okay, this card fell face down. He's trying to make plans. What are these plans about? He's trying to get better. He's trying to heal. He's trying to get better. He's trying to heal. There's a lot of things on his mind. It's telling me he has a lot on his plate. A lot on his plate. At the same time, though, love childs, however you want to say it, that's a significant issue. What else can we see about this? Because it's telling me he's trying to clean his dirty laundry, trying to clean his dirty body, trying to fix up all this stuff that's in his mind that's keeping him up at night. It's funny that these energies keep popping up, right? You see this right here? The Nine of Swords, and then the Nine of Swords again. So there's significant things that's keeping him up at night. And it can relate as well to these children out of wedlock that he had with other women. What can we see about this situation? He knows that it's an issue. It's some more tea with that. Yeah, it's a lot going on. It's telling me what the women of the family is what I'm getting from Beyonce, from the mother, from the daughter, from the aunt. It just is what it is. The Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords usually is strong. This Queen of Swords look a little bit sensitive and look kind of hurt. She's looking like, Beyonce's been made a fool of by her husband. Bad memories. You see this, right? The Six of Cups is not just good memories. It can also represent bad memories. There's bad memories here with the Six of Cups. Not just that he was a cruel man with the King of Swords. Is there anything else? And then we're going to be moving on. Yeah, energy, communication. The Eight of Wands represent communication, can represent energy, people's opinions, things like that. There's a lot of shady communication going on because of what this guy got into. Not just that, it's not over as far as whatever's going on with this kid that he had. It's just what I'm seeing. The trick or treat, it could be a fun energy. I tend to like it, actually, like the happy squirrel and the trick or treat. But what I'm seeing here is mischievous energy. When the trick or treat card is in reverse or sideways, you know what I say about sideways cards? It represent a shady energy. I guess those are stars. I thought it was like, I don't know, crumbs or whatever, the stars. But anyway, I'm seeing mischievous energy. Sideways card again. Mischievous energy. People trying to make connections. People trying to bring down this family. So it is what it is. Okay. So I'm going to move that to the side now. I felt like that was a lot of information. I could actually leave this reading here. But let's look a little bit further and see. Sometimes I like my readings to have some heft to it, some meat. So what's going on with Beyonce? Is she well? What can we see? What's going on with Beyonce? What's going on with Beyonce? I thought she looked beautiful. People are saying like, oh, she aged and she looked bad, whatever. She looked kind of swollen. I was shocked to see her. She looked really... I never seen her that... I don't even know how to say it. Fat. I know people are sensitive about saying things like fat, but come on, guys. I never seen her that fat or that healthy, whatever. But yeah, she be trying to be strong. She be trying to put on a brave face with this Queen of Wands, but at the same time, this Ten of Swords, she was betrayed, like what was shown with the previous pile, right? That she been through things. It keeps her stuck. It's telling me that it hurts her heart. It's a lot. I'm getting a vibe of like when you want to cry, but you swallow. It's telling me like she swallows a lot. Like a lot of the pain, a lot of the humiliation, the embarrassment. She swallows it. She tried to keep it down. She tried to put on a brave face. But at the same time, it bothers her. Not just that, in the energy, in the position of the past, I should say. She was more strong. In the position of the current, there's a weakness here, a vulnerability. Not just that, hurt and pain. Oh, what's going on with the next slot? Representing sort of just like the spiritual realm, what's in the heart and all that stuff. Okay, what's in her heart is... This is almost like the Queen of Swords. But this is a little bit different. This has to do with truth. She feels a way. You know, people are just trying to make her seem like she's just this dummy. That I'm going to be looking into that. Because it seems like, oh yeah, I wanted to say that. When I was looking at Beyonce, you know, like in the past, usually when I would see her energy, it was like a submissive energy. Not because she was doing anything in particular, but just the energy that I was seeing was kind of like a subservient energy to like Jay-Z. Now there's a distance. I don't know if you guys can tell from my intuitive people that watch me. Now there's like a distance with like how her energy is with him. Almost just like, I don't know, just a distance. That's what I'm seeing. So there's truth here. There's certain truth here. The Ace of Swords can represent litigation. Not just that, it represents the truth of the matter, the heart of the matter, relating the truth. She feels like things went down. She feels like things went down. She knows that there's certain truths. Again, people try to make her seem like she's a fool, but in the spiritual realm, in her heart, she knows what it is. She's not dumb, guys. She's also trying to take steps to protect herself. Maybe is this why she's been bringing out her daughter and kids sometimes? You know, certain events, she would bring certain kids out. She's not a dumb family. And I'm not getting a malicious vibe with this, because sometimes people feel like if you sort of enact some sort of strategy, then you're just shady. No, this is what being human's about. You know, it is what it is. You know, strategy has kept certain, I don't know, monarchies alive because they use strategy. You know, the ones that didn't use strategy, they end up being eradicated, right? It is what it is. So same with this lady. She knows what's happening. She understands that sort of like the love that people have for her has diminished because of her dumbass husband. Not just that, because of their affiliations. She understands that, because what I'm getting here is strategy as well. It's not just truth. It's also a strategy with this. Supreme strategy as well. and a little bit more honorable, or actually I should say a lot honorable than the Queen of Swords, right? Or the Seven of Swords, because the Seven of Swords can represent shady energy and strategy, but it's more on the shady side. The Queen of Swords can be a woman of truth and justice, but, usually tends to be kind of like a mean, vengeful woman. What I'm seeing here is that she's trying to employ strategy to save herself and to save her family. I'm getting her children. This isn't about Jay-Z. This is about her and her children. She's trying to set things in motion. So when certain things go down, maybe like her being a mother and the children can pull on people's heartstrings. That's just what I'm getting. Now, you can make your own opinion, right? It is what it is. There's going to be issues with money coming up in the future with this woman. Issues with money. What else can we see? Because of this dumbass King of Wands and Knight of Pentacles. Slow money. Slow money. Sometimes I'd be tired always explaining the cards because I want to explain what the Knight of Pentacles is, but I just be feeling so long-winded sometimes. I do that because, I understand this is tarot, and I really try to be truthful with what I see. So I try to explain everything, the meanings of the cards, the multiple meanings of the cards, what I'm seeing, so you guys can understand. What I'm seeing, though, is, again, business is going to be bad for her. Why? Because of this King of Wands. Not just that, the Knight of Pentacles represents slow money. Not just that, it can represent someone being slow, someone being stupid. It's telling me because someone was stupid. Obviously, who you think was stupid? This man here, he was stupid. So, that sucks for Beyonce. What can we see about the husband's vibe? Or actually, before we get into the husband's vibe, what can we see as far as Beyonce? Has she switched up now? Because I'm seeing that she's switched up. Can the card show it, or what else can we see? I'm seeing that her vibe switched up, that she's not trying. Okay, so this is definitely going to be pertaining to the lovers, right? This marriage. What else can we see? That flew pretty far, and they're in reverse. So what I'm seeing here with this 10 of Wands, they've been trying to work things out. Oh, shit. My nose be short. What I'm seeing here is that they be trying to work things out. The 10 of Wands is in reverse, but I'm seeing letting go of a burden. When the 10 of Wands is in reverse, it represents letting go of a burden. You understand that there's certain things you can't control in your life. So with this love situation, because I asked, has Beyonce switched up? And it's telling you, okay, let's start with the lovers, right? This marriage. She let go a lot of burdens. She knows that there's things that she can't control, right? The 10 of Pentacles, representing family and lineage. Now, when the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, it represents bad energies in a family, a bad ego. Isn't that interesting? That one of the meanings of the 10 of Pentacles represents a bad ego. Someone in a family has a bad ego. Not just that, it represents a family in crisis. Not just that, what you built in your family, when it's in reverse, it represents that things can switch. Let me just put it that way, right? Because usually 10 of Pentacles is about abundance. When it's in reverse, it represents a strain on a family. It could represent a family for everyday mundane people. It could represent a family losing money. It can also represent legal trouble. It can also represent any trouble that can diminish the resources of a family. So either someone was laid off, things that's impactful. Something went on that was impactful with this family. Obviously, we know some of it with the drama and all. That's really relevant, guys. That's really deep because it is what it is. The next one, wishes not coming true, prayers not being heard. She's been having certain prayers with this man. She wants to protect her family. She wanted to protect this marriage. She wanted it to be, telling me true and real love, but the prayer wasn't heard. It just is what it is. The prayer wasn't heard. So, it's tough. It's tough. So there's a lot going on. I'm seeing that certain things will be happening with this family. And it's good, again, causing pain. So it's interesting that the energies are just proving everything I was saying. What can we see about her coming up with these strategies and sort of just like justice and all of that? The Page of Pentacles can represent very small money, stupid ass money. What can we see with the small money, the stupid ass money? Why is the King of Wands always popping up when money is bad, right? Every time when there's a bad situation to do with money, the King of Wands pops up. You know, the King of Wands represent many things, but it's no point to get into the positives of what the King of Wands represent because this isn't positive energy, most definitely not what I'm feeling. What I'm seeing here is that the negative energies of the King of Wands. The King of Wands can represent bad sexual passion, a man that can't keep it in his pants, a man that's always cheating. It can represent a selfish man, a dangerous man. Look, he has that knife on him. This stupid ass man has been causing small money for this woman. You know that this woman probably could get into more business prospects and opportunities if all this scandal and shit hasn't happened, if it didn't happen. Think about it though, right? Could you imagine sort of just like if Beyonce had a sort of clean record as far as having like no bad affiliations, her husband not making a fool of her basically not even being associated or attached to this man. It seems like her being attached to this man created more problems and negativity. And this is funny because this is what I was thinking when I was seeing her and Blue Ivy at the Met Gala. I was thinking like all this work that she's done, like everything that she put into the arts, right? Because making music and all that, that's part of the arts. All that she contributed to music. Only to have all that diminish because of her stupid ass husband. Do you guys see that? Like it's terrible. And people were saying like, you know, when she made that lemonade situation, she should have divorced her husband because in the long run, it would have saved her. She could have played dumb about the Diddy stuff. She could have just said that her husband was a bad man, that she found out things about him cheating and she didn't like what was going on. He was full of secrets and blah, blah, blah. And people would have had more love for her, you know, like especially like ever since the whole Diddy thing happened and all the scandal, people would have been like, oh, but she divorced him. So, you know, she would have been a whole separate situation. This marriage with this dangerous man, it's caused a lot of problems for her money. Stupid, dumbass money. Beyonce, let's just be real, because the Ace of Swords does represent truth. Let's just be real. Beyonce would have probably had a shit ton of money, more than what she has now, if she would have been left this dude. She would have had probably more business deals, more big fashion houses and brands and labels trying to throw money at her and doing all sorts of stuff. This is why this woman, she's coming up with all these businesses. Because money's not so good, guys. Money's not so good. That's what I'm seeing. Money's not so good. You know, they make obviously more money than the average person. We get that. But money has not been good. And this would explain why she's having all these different things that she's trying to get into, and a lot of them don't even work. A lot of them kind of diminish who she is. And she's telling me it's true. It diminishes her might in this industry. It makes her look like a regular cheap celebrity, like a J-Lo, coming out with like cheap Macy's perfumes and shit. Like, it's just like one of those things where it just makes someone look cheap. It's not good, you know, for her image and all that. So it is what it is. Not just that, this man be talking crazy. This ugly man, he's just an ugly man here. I'm not just trying to be negative. It is what it is. It's an ugly man and shit. This ugly man be talking to her crazy. So not only does he have problems, not only is he an asshole, but he be talking to her sideways. So, this is bad. This is bad. Is there anything else we can see? Will she be putting up with it? Will they be divorcing? What can we see? All right. The devil. there's been a separation. There's a distance. Not just that, there's a malicious will. It's telling me a malicious will. And people were saying that it's funny that, like, oh, Beyonce didn't stop her daughter when the husband was just like, oh, like, take off your sunglasses. Like, she didn't tell her daughter, like, listen to your father, you know, low key. She just played it all off and, yeah, just basically made the husband look like an idiot. I'm seeing that there's more malicious things behind the scenes that she be doing to get at this husband because he be talking crazy. These are everyday, real-life people. There's a lot of illusions, guys. Not just that, the Two of Pentacles can represent a little bit here and a little bit there. There's things, if you look closely, there's things with this couple. Don't just think that Rihanna and ASAP have problems. I don't know if they really have problems yet. I'm going to have to look into that with the tarot. I don't even feel anything intuitive about that couple. I'm just going to be real. But what's being told to me is that if you look closely, you can see the manipulation, how they try to warp stories. And you can look at Beyonce and you can tell that she lost respect. That's what's really deep. She lost respect for this man. Not just that, he might need to watch out because low-key, it's telling me she hasn't done yet, that this isn't something she wants to cross. But if he keeps up the bullshit, that devil might take over and she might do something, some sort of witchcraft or some sort of shit to bring his dumb ass down or to silence him for good. So, yeah, he needs to get it together. He definitely needs to get it together because this is telling me, and it's like, I'm not just trying to be extra, guys. I literally felt and seen a dam, and while I was trying to explain it, I seen the dam break, and it scared the shit out of me, because it was like a lot of spiritual wrath and fear and pain. He needs to watch out, because he's doing stupid shit, and have been doing stupid shit, and yeah, it might not end well. And I'm gonna leave it here. Okay, this man's been cheating. Like in my Emma Grede, or Gred, however you say that lady's name, reading I did when I looked and asked, is her husband gay? And this was one of the cards that popped out for the husband, which basically was telling me yes. But what I'm seeing here is different with this, obviously. It's telling me that this man sort of caught without his pants on. Let me just put it that way. This man, these love offers, he has a real sickness. This boy looks kind of sick. He doesn't look too good. He doesn't look too healthy, right? He doesn't even have nipples, for heaven's sake. Stop being stupid. But no, this man, he's been caught without his pants. This man really has an issue. He truly has an issue. Not just that, he's immature as well. Oh, and this is funny that it says, like, you know, a little bullshit that it says here. I just noticed that. I didn't notice that these cards actually have extra words and shit. Oh, wow. That's so deep. You know how many times I use this deck for fucking people and for, like, celebrity readings, but mainly people. And this is honest. I swear to God, this is the first time I seen that they have little words here. Interesting. That's very interesting. Even this one. That's what I was like, oh, wow. Sorry, guys. I really have ADHD, honestly. So little things like that can throw me the fuck off. That's so interesting. Wow, I like this deck even more now. That's too cool. Okay, anyway, guys, let me focus. Yeah, this guy, he's been caught without his pants. And like I said again, in that Emma Grede reading, when I was talking about like an open relationship or open marriage, playing tag with other people, this Three of Cups, he's been playing tag with other people. Not just that, this is a man with issues here. This King of Pentacles, he has a very bad ego again. It's something with a bad ego. This man has an extremely bad ego. Not only is he ugly, but he's a bad man. And I'm going to leave this reading here because it's long and there's no point to get into the other shit. I feel like I left no stone unturned. And I feel like I was very respectful. Because sometimes when we have these readings and there's kids that pop up, like with Blue Ivy, yeah, she actually looks really mature for her age. I'm going to be real. She looks like a 19-year-old woman. But regardless, I don't know how old she is, but she's still a kid, right? At least that's what they say. Because I don't know her age. That's why I say that's what they say. So again, I don't know how old she is, but I know that people kept saying that she's underage and she shouldn't be like at certain events or some shit. So it's kind of just like, I try to be respectful when the kids pop up and stuff. Like, I low-key want to do a reading on Kanye West's daughter. And let me just say, I don't really have the nicest perspective of the daughter. I feel like the daughter looked like a 40-year-old woman that's just been, let me just shut my mouth. But it just is what it is, guys. I'm being real with you. What do you want? Do you want someone that's fake? I can look into the energies and whatever. Sometimes people feel like, oh, don't share your opinion because it shows a type of bias. I'm not one of those people, because it's like, at the end of the day, for one, I'm not that sort of person, so I'm not malicious. That's just not my nature. Second, I'm not getting any no goddamn money by trying to demonize someone or trying to do whatever. 2 or 3, whatever. The cards come out how it comes out. So it is what it is. You see all the cards that came out in this shit, it explained everything from start to finish. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, yeah. And then it's kind of just like, I don't know. But yeah, I went to have a reading on like Kanye and his daughter and stuff, and I really don't like his daughter. Like, she really makes me sick. It's something about her look that makes me extremely sick. Extremely sick. It just, again, it looks like she's like a mom of 4. She just it just don't look right. It do not look right. Like, it just look like she stink too. But I was just like, I'm not going to even have a reading on that. Because I was just like, I just don't even want to get into it, for one. It's just like draining. And then it's kind of just like, again, I try to be respectful. This was my whole point of like talking about things. I be trying to like be respectful when there's kids involved. That's why I try not to like look directly into the kids' energy. Like, okay, well, what do the kids think, or whatever. I try to just like, if there's something that come out like slightly or whatever with the energy, then okay, I'll talk about it. But I'm not really trying to look into it directly. Just because, like, I do talk shit, but I am a sophisticated person. You understand? Don't mistake me shit talking for just being a fool. I am a very sophisticated individual, despite if I laugh a lot. But okay, guys, take care. Peace and abundance.